relation as matrices. The relations are represented with the help of matrices. A relation R is defined as from set A to B, then the matrix representation of relation is MR equal to MIJ. Okay, here MR, here M stands for matrix, R stands for relation. MR means what? Relation matrix, where equal to set of MIJ means what? MIJ, these are the elements of matrix. Okay, MIJ are the elements of matrix. In matrix, you can see values are there. Here means these I values are row values and J values are these vertical values. Okay, horizontally we can put it I values, and vertically we can put Y values. Okay, then what this MIJ will be if any one of this point here, how the matrix is represented here, we can see MIJ means here the elements of matrix are there. Okay, and I is number of the row and J is the number of column. Here this is M11. In example we can see M11, where I, that is row number, is 1, and J, that is column number, is also 1. This one element will be known as MIJ, that is matrix element. Okay, this MIJ equal to 1 if AB belongs to R, means that IJ element is there in the 1 in matrix. If it is there in the relation set, then this will be the this will be represented as the matrix. Okay, if relation suppose is there, see here, suppose the relation given is 1,2, 2,1, 2,3, and 3,2. Okay, this is the relation. Then how the matrix will be written? Here 3 by 3 matrix is taken. It is the sign of matrix, we know. Here it will be the 1, 1. Here element will be 1, 2. Okay, in the relation 1, 2 is there. So here I will give is 1. And here in this place it will be 0. Okay. Then 2, 1 is there, means row is 2, column is 1. Here it comes the 1. Then row is 2, column is 3. Here it will again come as 0. And what the last one will be? 3, 2. 3, 1 will be 0. This 3, 2 will be 1 given here. And 0, 1, hey, sorry, 3 by 3 is there. This also will be 0 because 3, 3 is not there. Only 3, 2 is there. So it will be 1. You got how the elements are written in the matrix. The present places in the matrix which are there in the relation, those to be filled with 1, otherwise rest are the 0. Okay. So here we can see with the help of properties, we can see this is relation R is reflexive if matrix diagonals are 1. Okay. Matrix diagonals are 1s. We can say it like this. Okay. Means Mij is equal to Mji. If this is the case, then the this one will be 1 1 diagonal matrix of means elements of diagonal matrix. If they are 1 in the diagonal direction, then it is 1, that is this if these are the 1, then we can say that relation R is reflexive. Okay. 4 times 1 is there in the diagonal places. So here we can see is the this one, that this relation is known as reflexive relation. Okay. Why? Because here we can see Mij is equal to Mji. Okay. If it is the case, then only the 1 will be here and this property will be satisfied. Okay, that is reflexivity. Then next is a relation R is irreflexive if the matrix diagonal elements are 0. If matrix diagonal elements are 1, then the relation is reflexive. Otherwise, it is irreflexive. Okay. Then third property is a relation R is symmetric if the transpose of relation matrix is equal to its original relation matrix. Now, what is the transpose? Anybody of you know? Transpose of a matrix is interchanging rows and columns. Okay. Whichever the rows are there, those are written in terms of columns. Okay. So that is called as transpose of a matrix. Now, what is the condition here? MR, that is relation matrix, is equal to its transpose relation matrix. Okay. Getting this one transpose, I'll show you how the transpose is given. Here we will take same 0 1 0 1 0 1 and 0 1 0. Transpose of this matrix will be 0 1 and 0. Now, second row, second column. What is there? 1 0 and last one will be 1. Okay. And the third row, third column, it will be 0, 1, 1 and 0. Okay, it is the transpose matrix we can see here. Now what it is saying, if the transpose matrix and the original matrix are same, then that will be known as, yes, I'm getting problem in sharing the screen. And now is it visible?
Yes,
Here
ma'am.
we have seen transpose of this relation matrix. Means whatever the matrix will be there, interchanging its rows and columns, what we will get is transpose of that matrix. Okay. And that relation is known as symmetric relation. The next is relation R is antisymmetric if either Mij is equal to 0 or Mji is equal to 0 when I is not equal to j. Okay, here for reflexivity we have seen this one. For Mij is equal to Mji for I is equal to j. But what it is saying is I is not equal to j. Okay, means this one antisymmetricity will be proved like this. Mij is equal to 0 or Mji is equal to 0 when I is not equal to j. We can see here antisymmetricity. Mij is equal to 0. Suppose M12 is equal to 0 and M21 is equal to 0 also. Then only that relation will be known as antisymmetric relation. Okay. Then a relation follows joint property. Matrices have properties, joint property and meet property, that are that also we can perform with the help of relation matrices. Okay, a relation follows joint property, that is the join of matrix M1 and M2 is M1 join M2, which is represented as R1 union R2 in terms of relation. Okay. Here we can see a relation follows join property, that is the join of matrix M1 and M2 is M1 join M2, which is represented as R1 union R2 in terms of relation. Okay, R1 and R2 union, whatever it will be, that is join of the two matrices. Same case with meet property. A relation follows meet property, that is the meet of matrix M1 and M2 is M1 meet M2, which is represented as R1 intersection R2 in terms of relation. Okay, R1 intersection R2. This sign represents here is the intersection. Okay, we write it like inverted U, but here that sign is not available. So this is given. A relation follows meet property, that is the meet of matrices M1 and M2, and is M1 meet M2, which is represented as R1 and R2 in terms of relation. Okay. Then what the next is? Relations as directed graph. Up till now, what we have seen, relations as matrices, and there what we did is we saw the properties of relations as matrices. There it was reflexive relation, then symmetric relation, and then join and meet. Okay. Now, what we will see is relations as directed graphs. Relations as they can be represented with the help of matrices, they can also be represented with the help of directed graphs. Now, a directed graph consists of nodes or vertices connected by directed edges or arcs. Okay. In graphs, all the elements are given. Okay. They are represented with the help of nodes of the directed graphs, and the path given between or relation is depicted between them with the help of edges and arcs. Okay. Let R be a relation from set A to set B, defined as AB belongs to R. Then in directed graph, it is represented as edge. Okay. An array from A to B between A, B. Getting how the directed graphs are given? The nodes and points are vertices are given, and considering its relation, they are given there. Okay. Here we can see from set A to B defined as AB belongs to R. Then in directed graph, it is represented as edge between A and B. If connection is there between A and B, then there we have to represent it with the help of edge. Okay. Then what are the properties of relations regarding directed graphs? Relation R is reflexive if there is a loop at every node of directed graph. Okay. Now, here in this diagram, we can see A, here it is a self loop. B is also having self loop, and C is also having self loop. Okay. Then we can take out like here A is related with A itself, B is also related with itself, and C is also related with itself. So these are given there. Okay, these arrows are given here. So if for all the elements it will be there, then that relation will be known as reflexive relation. Okay. Then next is a relation R is irreflexive if there is no loop at any node of directed graphs. Okay. If there is no loop, then it is not a reflexive relation. It is irreflexive relation. Then next is a relation R is symmetric. Relation R is symmetric if for every edge between distinct nodes, an edge is always present in opposite direction. Okay, what it is saying is a relation R is symmetric if edge between, if for every edge between distinct nodes, an edge is always present in opposite direction. Okay, here we can see, suppose relation B to C is there, C to B should also be there to be taken as symmetric. Okay, then relation R is asymmetric if there are never two edges in opposite direction between distinct nodes. Here A, B and C, as self loop is there, then we are saying it is a reflexive. If this is the case, means from arrow is going from B to C, then if it is coming to C to B, then it will be known as symmetricity. And for this one, if A to B is there, then B to A is also there. In that case, it will be known as symmetric. And if it is not there, then it will be known as asymmetric. Then a relation R is transitive. If there is an edge from A to B and B to C, then there is always an edge from A to C. Okay. A to B is there. B to C is also there. And now what we can see is that A to B, B to C. So A to C, is it there A to C? No, it is only C to A. Okay, it is not A to C. It is C to A. So we can write it like this is not the transitive one. Okay. We have seen these three properties with directed graphs. First is reflexivity, then symmetricity, and then transitivity is there. Now, with the help of example, we'll see the directed graph of relation R is like this. Okay. AA, because self loop is there. Then AB, line is from A to B. BB, because B is also having self loop. Then B to C is there. BB, after BB, BC is there. Here we can see BC is there. What is BC? From B to C, the connection is there, the edge is there. Then CC is there, C comma C. Here we can write it like C comma C. Then CB, okay, C to B. Whatever the relation is here from C to B, that is given there here. And CA, the last one is here, it is given with the help of arrows. C to A is represented as, here we can see all the represents were done. Then since there is a loop at every node, it is reflexive, but it is neither symmetric nor antisymmetric, as there is an edge from A to B, but no opposite edge from B to A. And also directed edge from B to C in both direction. Okay. Here A to B is there, but B to A is not there. C to A is there, C to A is there. A to C is not there. Okay. Only this one is correct one. Then R is not transitive as there is an H from A to B and B to C, but no H from A to C. A to B आहे, B to C आहे, पण A to C नाही. So R is not transitive here. Okay, R is not transitive as there is a H from A to B, B to C, but no H from A to C. Okay, this is the example of directed graph. Have you all got the matrices and directed graphs? Then here it comes the most important part of the chapter and whole syllabus also, partition of set. Okay, partition of set, how it is done. In mathematics, a partition of a set is grouping of its elements into non-empty subsets in such a way that every element is included in exactly one subset. Okay, how the partition is done is grouping of elements into non-empty subsets in such a way that every element is included in exactly one subset. Okay, the empty set phi has exactly one partition, namely phi. Okay, the empty set phi has exactly one partition, namely phi. Then what next is, for any non-empty set X, P is equal to X is a partition of X called trivial partition. Okay, what it is known as trivial partition. What it is doing, for any non-empty set X, P of X is a partition of X. Okay, P of X is the partition of X. Then it will be known as trivial partition. Okay, now particularly every singleton set X has exactly one partition, namely X. Okay, in curly bracket it is given, means it is a set. Okay, then for any for here what it is, particularly every singleton set X has exactly one partition, as it is here phi. Only one partition is there, that is known as phi. And if only X is there in the set, then only one partition will be there, that is known as X. Okay, for any non-empty proper subset A of the set U, the set A together with its complement form a partition of U, namely A and U minus A. Okay, A is there and U minus A is there, means as compared to excuse me, as we compare to universal set, it divides then the set itself and other part in universal set. We know, and so, any subset A is a proper subset of U. Okay, U is the universal set. So what we can do it here is, if we consider the universal set, then two partitions will be there. One will be the set A itself and other will be the part of universal set except A, that is A comma U minus A. Then next is The set 1, 2, 3 has these 5 partitions, one partition per item. Okay. Here 1, 2, 3 has these 5 partitions. What are those? 1, 2, 3. Sometimes written 1, 1, 2, and 3. Here the partition is done. Okay. Okay. As we can see the line, the partition is done. It is the partition. 1 is there, 2 is there, and 3 is there separate. Then we can write it like this also: 1, 2, and 3. Then next is 1, 2 in one set and 3 in another set. Okay. Then it will be 1, 2, and here we can write it like 3. Why here partition is not done? It is given in the same set. Okay. The subset is given here in the same set 1, 2. Okay. And braces complete. So what we can do is here 1, 2 is given here. After that one line is there, and then 3 will be there. Okay. Then 1, 3, and 2. Again here. Again here we can see 1, 3 is given here at the time of here at the means at the start 1 and 3. No partition is here because they come in the single set only. And 2 is the last one remaining. So here 2 only is given. Then this one is here 1, 2, 3. Okay. Same case is there. 1 partition is there and 2, 3 is this one comes under single set only 2, 3. So what we write is this one and partition is done, and then 2 and 3 is there. Okay. And lastly what we have is the this one 1, 2, then it will be written directly like 1, 2, here comma is not there. As partition is not there, they are simply writing it like 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Here we can see 1, 2, 3. We can write it like 1, 2, 3. Then the following are not partitions. Okay. Here we have seen are the partitions, and which are not partitions that we are going to see now. Empty set 1, 3, and 2. Okay. Here empty set, and in one set 1 and 3 is there and 2 is there. It is not a partition of any set because one of its element is the empty set. If empty set is there, then relation that is partition is not there in relation. Okay. So what we have to do here is 1, 2, and 2, 3. First one we saw it is not the partition. Now what about this 1, 2, 2, 3? Yes, is not a partition. Here is not a partition of any set because the element 2 is contained in more than one block. Okay, for 1 2 and 2 3, how the relation is maintained there? Here we can see 1 comma 2 comma 3 indistinct sets are there, but it is not here in this one. Okay, 1 2 and 2 3, as 2 appears 2 times, you are not here means say that it is a partition. Okay, means we cannot do partition of this set because 2 comes here twice. Then 1 and 2, it's is also not a partition of 1 2 3 because none of its blocks contains 3. However, it is partition of 1 2. Okay, it is uh, it is not a partition saying that is 1 comma 2. Why it is not a partition? Because it contains the elements here 1 2 3 is the set, and in here the relation only 1 and 2 is given, 3 is nowhere used, so it is not a partition. For partition, 3 conditions are there. Okay, here we complete the partition of set. Next part is, it is again very important part, composition of relations. Okay, 2 relations will be there, 2 sets will be there, and composition of relations is to be performed. Okay, and some again rules are there regarding that. Let A, B, and C be sets. Okay, A, B, and C are 3 sets, and let R be a relation from A to B. R is the relation from A to B, but sets, and R is a relation from A to B and S is a relation from B to C. Then what we have to do is we have to composite the 2 relations R and S, and which will be from B to A to C. Okay, why it will be? Because R is from A to B, S is from B to C, and what we are doing is composition of R and S, then it will be A to C. Okay, here we can see that is R is a subset of A cross B and S is a subset of B cross C, which is obvious because R is the relation set between A and B, so it will be subset of A cross B, and S is a relation from B to C, so it will be the subset of B cross C. Then R and S give rise to a relation from A to C indicated by R composite C and defined by here A R composite S C if for some B is equal to, here B belongs to B, we have A R B and B S C. Okay, what we have is, we have to do is composition of R and S. What we have is B is the common element. What is about that common element? Relation from A to B, and relation from B to C is there. Okay. Here R composite S is equal to AC. Okay. There exists B belongs to B for which A comma B belongs to R and B comma C belongs to S. Okay. What we are doing is composition of these two sets. Okay. The relation R composite S is known as the composition of R and S if it's sometimes denoted simply by RS. Okay. R composite S is denoted by like this also, and simply the RS is also there. Then let R is a relation on set A, that is R is a relation from set A to itself. A to A relation is there. Excuse me. Then R composite R, the composition of R with itself is always represented. How it is represented? Here R composite R is sometimes denoted by R square. Similarly, R cube, what it will be? R square composite R, which will be equal to R composite R, and so on. Thus, R raised to N is defined for all positive N. In which case it is there? When relation is there on a single set only. Okay, relation is there on single set only. What we do is take composition of itself with itself. Okay, means means set, only one set is there and R is the relation. Then R composite R is known as, here we can see R square, and similarly like that R raised to N. It is composition of relations. See here again what it is. R is a relation from A cross B. S is a relation from B cross C, means B to C, and A to B is there. Composition of R composite S, it will be from A to C. Okay. From A to C, it will be there. Here we can see. Then R and S gives rise to relation from A to C. Okay, indicated by R composite S is defined by here A comma C. There exists B belongs to B for which AB belongs to R and BC belongs to S. Okay. Here it is the composition of relations. Then we can see with the help of examples, so you will get the clear idea. Let X is equal to 4, 5, 6 and Y is equal to ABC. Okay. In with the help of diagrams, it is written here. X is 4, 5, 6, Y is ABC, and Z is LMN. Here we can see Z is LMN. Consider the relation R1 from X to Y and R2 from Y to Z. Okay, R1 relation R1 is like from X to Y and R2 is from Y to Z. Here the relation is given here, and from this diagram is we can draw here. 4A is given, 4 to A relation is there. It should be here as a means arrow should be there. 4 to A and 4 to B is there. So 4 to B also we can see. Then 5 to C is there. 5 to C we can also see. And then 6 to A, 6 to A and 6 to C. 6 to C is also there. Okay. Now, what relation R2 is? A to L. A to L is there. Then A to N is there, A to N, here we can see. Then B to L is there, B to L. Then B to M, B to M, C to L, C to M, and C to N. Okay, this is the example given. Now what we have to find is, find composition of relation R1 composite R2 and R1 composite R1 inverse. Okay, inverse we also have seen. Suppose Y to Z is the relation, then inverse of that relation will be from Z to Y. Like that we have to find this R1 composite R2 and R1 composite R1 inverse. How this is solved, we can see here. R1 composite R2 is given in the diagram here. Means 4 to A is there, and in second diagram it is A to L is there, A to N is there. Then what it will be? 4 to B is there, and B to L is the one connection, B to M is the second connection. Then 5 to C is the connection, but C to L, C to M, and C to N is also the connection. What about this? 6 to A is there, A to L is there, A to N is there. Then 6 to C is there, C to L is there, C to M is there, and C to N is there. Okay. Now how we will means from X to Z, the composite relation, how we will give is 4 to L. 4 to L. 4 to L, because 4 to A and A to L. Then 4 to N, how it goes? 4 to A and A to N. So 4N will be the second one. 4M will be there. How it will be? 4 to B and B to L is there, but 4L is already there. So what we'll consider is 4 to B and B to M. So 4 and M will be the composition. Next is 5L. Okay. 5 to C and C to L. So 5L will be the next member element. 5M, how the 5M is? 5 to C and C to M. It will give us 5M. Then 5N. 5N, how it is? 5 to C and C to N. So there may be 5 to N relation, and we can write it here 5N. Then what about this 6 to L? 6 to A to L. It will give us 6L. 6 to A to N, it will give us 6N. Then 6 to C and C to L. 6L is already we have. 6 to C, 6 to M. So 6M will be here. Okay, in this composition relation. And 6 to C, C to N. 6N also there. So any element we consider only once. So here it comes the R1 composite R2. Okay, composition of two relations. Next one is this one, the composition relation R1 composite R1 inverse as shown in figure. Here we can see R1 composite R1 inverse. R1 inverse is what again? X is 4, 5, 6, Y is A, B, C, and again 4, 5, 6. Same set we will consider. Whatever the relation 4 to A is there, then we will consider A to 4 is also there. Okay. 4 to B is there, B to 4 again we will consider. Then 5 to C is there. C to 5 will also be there. 6 to A is there. A to 6 is there. 6 to C is there. C to 6 is there. Okay. Here, what is the relation is there? Exactly opposite relation is here. Okay. So from diagram, what we can see is 4 to 4 relation is there. 4 to A and A to 4. Then 4 to 6 is relation also there. 4 to A and A to 6. Then 4 to B and B to 4. 4 we already have. Then we'll go to 5. 5 to C is there and C to 5 is there. So 5 will be there. Then 5 to C is there, C to 6 is there. So 5, 6 will also be there. Now what about this? 6 to 4. 6 to A is there and A to 4 is there. So 6, 4 will be the next relation. Then 6 to A and A to 6 is there. So 6, 6 will be the relation. Then we'll move towards 6 to C. 6 to C and C to 5 is there. 6, 5 we already have here. And 6 to C, C to 6 is there. So lastly, we will have 6, 6 as the composite relation. Okay, this is nothing but the composition of relations that we have. Okay, today, for now, we will stop here. In next sessions, we will again revise this composition of relations, and next part we will take. How many participants are here? 14 participants. 2 roll numbers are absent. So can anybody please tell me who is absent? 11, 12, 15, 1, 9, 3, 8, 5, 13. Is the 6 roll number present?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, 7. I think 7 is absent. Who else is absent?
Seven and 10 roll number, ma'am.
Sorry. 7 and
Seven roll number and 10.
10. Okay, okay. Thank you, Malhar. We will stop here. We'll see in the next sessions.
Thank you.